Hello and welcome to another cooking show with the senior Tater cowgirl. Junior Tater cowgirl, who usually likes to wear the reindeer hat in the past, is not here, she's in school. It's holiday season, so I have a recipe for you. German Lebkuchen, German gingerbread. It's a German recipe, it's vegan. I veganized it. Well, there wasn't much to veganize, but we have vegan items in there, and no sugar in there. Yeah, no molasses in there, and no oil in there. So that's a good Lebkuchen gingerbread recipe. I like it better than the American version of the gingerbread, which is always kind of sweet to me, and I don't know. Ask any German living in America if they like the American gingerbread. You won't hear anybody. It's just the German gingerbread is less sweet. It might not be sweet enough if you're not used to it for you, but you can always add sugar if you want to, you know. But this recipe doesn't have one. Before I start, I wanna answer some questions. So some of you ask me, why is Addie not cooking anymore? We don't see her anymore. Well, Miss Adriana is a teenager now. She turns 15 in February. Oh boy, yes, she is a teenager. So she's not wearing the reindeer hat anymore. Nobody is sadder than me. I enjoyed having her cooking with me, you know. But there is a poem in Germany which very much is the truth, and I try to say it in English, not as poem, but the content. So the poem says, little kids are like puppy dogs, you know, they wiggle their tail and they look up to you and hear every word you're saying, and they love to hang out with you and they just want to be with you. Puppy dogs. Once they are teenagers, the puppy dogs turn into cats. The cats, as some of your cat owners here know, cats don't like to hang out with you all the time. Cats want to go their own way. They come home when they're hungry, but that's it. And if you tell them to do something, they look at you and say, who made you the emperor of me? So, yes, Addie has turned into a cat very much. She is a teenager, a good one. She's not a bad kid, but she's a teenager, and I respect that. I'm not gonna force her to do stuff with me and hang out with me. If she wants to hang out with me, of course she's welcome. If she wants to cook with me, she's welcome. But right now her head is all into drama class. They have their first performance Thursday, I think. This Thursday? Oh yeah, Thursday already. So they have their first performance, and her head is wrapped around that, and her social high school contacts and all the other stuff that's going on. Now she is asked to join the track and field team because she's a fast runner. So this is another thing that's going on in her life, and she doesn't have time for the old Oma right now to cook with her, and I'm good. I'm fine with that. It's part of her development, you know. It wouldn't be right if she would not be a teenager in that age. But I wanted to tell you just to let you know. So once the brain has grown, and I think the brain grows until the age of 26. So once they're there and they ask you, hey mom, hey Oma, can I carry your bag, or can I help you with something? That's the point when the cats turn back into dogs. Teenagers turn into adults. So then you have your dog again who likes to hang out with you, hopefully. I don't know. That's what the poem said, and I always liked it. I never forgot that because it's so true, you know. So, nevertheless, we are starting now, and I give you my recipe. Okay, reindeer, you have to go. I need my hand. First of all, The oven is on 350. And I prepared the spice mix for you. Isn't that doesn't this look pretty? And I tell you what it is. Of course, as always, I will have it underneath my video in the description. So you're not missing anything. You don't have to write it, but I tell you what it is. It's 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon cloves, a 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg, an 1/8 teaspoon cardamom, and an 1/8 teaspoon pepper, black pepper, and I have a 1/4 teaspoon salt in there, which is to taste. You can use less or more, it's up to you. That's the spice. But the only spice that also gets added will be 1 teaspoon of anise, when I have that in liquid form, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla in liquid. So I will add that too later. Now we mix the spices together. And I would recommend to do that beforehand to get an even spice mixture all over the dough. If you don't have all these spices, you don't have the money to buy it, or you want to do something and you don't have it there, the alternative would be pumpkin pie spice, which I actually think is closer to the German gingerbread than the gingerbread spice. I have both, but not for this recipe. I don't use it. But if you have those at home, you can use those 2 tablespoons if you need it. So that would be the substitute for those spices, which I mixed together. Oh man, and it smells. I put it in my bowl, and I get you down here to my bowl. Okay, you see it? Yep. Okay, that's a better picture, huh? So the spices are in. We need 3 cups of flour. Oops, 1. It's a little bit much. A little bit less here. 3 cups of flour. And now we put the anise in, and so this is 1 teaspoon anise, 1 teaspoon vanilla. Lid back up. Oh, smells good. Oh, it already smells like Christmas here. Okay, it's December 1st today, by the way. You have your advent calendar, to open your first door. Eddie opened her door. I have one on my fridge. I'll show you later. I'm all in. We have the Christmas tree decorated. We have the lights up outside. We are all set. I love Christmas, the Christmas time. Okay, now we need, I have cups of flour, 2 cups. In my case, I use soy milk because I had one, and I like the soy milk for baking. But you can use almond milk, any vegan milk, any plant milk. Those of you who are not vegan, they can use the cow milk, and of course. But I use soy milk. I found that to be the best choice in plant milk. Now we get that together to combine that. Oh, it smells so good. a heavy dough, so that's what it's supposed to be. So it smells so good. Oh my god. That's the recipe, like the Nuremberg gingerbreads, you know. In Germany you can order. I think there is a German Lebkuchen Spice on the internet you can buy, which has the same ingredients, but I never ordered it, I never needed it, so I give you just the spices I use. So it gets too heavy now, so we don't need that gadget anymore. Just try to get all the dough out. And now we need honey. And now I can tell you a little secret from my husband. My husband is a honey lover, honey fetishist. He has local honey from everywhere we go on vacation. I buy t-shirts when we go on vacation. He buys honey, so I have a whole storage case full of honey. And I show you a few he has. Marionberry honey from Crater Lake. This was the last summer vacation. You have that wildflower raw honeycomb. I don't know where you got that one from. Then we have the raw unpasteurized orange citrus honey, which I used for this recipe, by the way. Then we have that one he got from a local beekeeper. Then we have one from Mexico. Natural bee honey from Mexico. So he has honey from everywhere, I swear to God. And we need 1 cup of honey in there. I used the orange citrus because I think the orange citrus has the flavor I like in the Lebkuchen. By the way, in Germany, some areas in Germany, they call the Lebkuchen, the gingerbread, the Honigkuchen. It's the north in Germany. They call it Honigkuchen, honey cake, honey bread. So, and you see why? Because there's a lot of honey in the German recipe. It's an entire cup of honey that goes in there, and that's our sweetener. So I know some vegans do not use honey. I do, but this is, for me, this is better than using sugar. You can substitute with sugar, of course, but this is not what I would call a German Lebkuchen then. So there's no molasses in there, no sugar, only honey as sweetener. I just try to scratch everything out. It's hard to get out here. Okay. We made it. And now I have the only substitute left. I need to put in. Oh no, we have more than one. Whoops. Let me just wash my hands. Sticky honey on it. I have melted, yeah, that's the only one, fat. This is how much? This is Preheat. I think I had 2 tablespoons. Let me check that I don't give you the wrong one. Two tablespoons. I have 2 tablespoons of margarine, like the vegan, you know, margarine. You can take butter, of course, but I took that one, and we put that in. So no oil, only that earth balance margarine I used, I think, you know, the vegan stuff. And it's melted, so I left it room temperature for a while, and then it melted when I had it on the oven, standing near the oven. Okay, we need that, and we need 2 tablespoons cocoa powder, and I have the Wonder Cocoa. I always use that one. Hard to get these days, but I had one in the storage, in my storage cabinet, in my pantry. All the shelves are empty these days. Use any cocoa you want. I use the one that's, you know, no sugar in it, and I like this one the most. So we have, what do we need? 2 tablespoons cocoa. And I use good tablespoons, so you can heat them a little, no problem. Okay, and now we get this all together and make it in a dough. And takes a while to mix it all together. Make sure it's very well mixed. And very well so a consistent dough. But it's not really not hard a recipe. It's not a big thing to do, you know. That's all we have to do. Now, after we are mixed, we spread it in our baking sheet. I'll show you that. And get going from there. So it's not really a hard to do recipe. It's sticky, it's heavy, it's hard to handle. So you need some girl power here, or man power, to handle it. And of course we will try if we need more salt or anything, but no, I'm good. But this is up to taste, so. I found it the best with a fork. I put that one here, but I don't know. It's just too heavy. It's these heavy spoons. I use a fork. So this is the basic version, okay? I will add something. My hands are so wet. I will add one ingredient, which you don't have to. This is not part of the basic German recipe, but I like it, and it's hazelnuts. So what I will add, scissor here, is about, let's get the 1/4 cup out. Yeah, 1/4 cup hazelnuts, chopped hazelnuts. You don't have to do it, as I said, if you're allergic against nuts. The basic gingerbread recipe does not contain these nuts, so I just do it because I like it. Looks pretty consistent, pretty mixed up for me. What do you think? Looks pretty good, huh? Let's get you a little higher. Let's see what else I'm doing. Okay, we get at this point, can take that away. We get our cookie sheet. I use rather a bigger one. A bigger one, and make the Lebkuchen, the gingerbread, flatter. But you can use a higher one and make a thicker one, so it's up to you what you need. So, what we do is we spread the whole thing on parchment paper. I put parchment paper underneath, this way you don't have to grease anything. Always trying to not have let me see, I might have, oh, you know what, I forgot something. Oops. Well, you know, that's me. Let's just put it back in. I forgot something. And I can tell you in a minute what I forgot. Thank God I noticed it. So let's just get the whole dough back in. Sorry for my lack of memory. I'm 62, I'm entitled to have that lack of memory. I can screw up a few times. Only a few times, not that much, but a few times I can. Okay. Let's put that away. The new one, I got a new one. She would lick that parchment paper off. I do miss cooking with her, I have to say. I'm honest, I do miss her. Okay, now I'm telling you what I forgot. There's a sheet of parchment paper here. I fold it under the cookie sheet, then it holds better. Okay, I forgot baking powder. Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Okay, we need a rising agent, of course, and I forgot to add a teaspoon of baking powder. It's a teaspoon of baking powder, I forgot. So we will add that to our mixture. And of course have to mix again. Sorry for that. But it's worth, you know, it needs to rise a little bit, so we need that baking powder in there. Okay, but this is it really. This is it now. Nothing else forgotten. Okay, now we pour it out again. I'm not gonna edit that out. I'm not perfect, and I all want you to know that. So. Spatula here, which I can use now. That's good. Take a silicone spatula and and get the rest of the dough out. I'm a very frugal person. I don't like to waste too much dough. I hope you're all in the mood, in the Christmas mood. I decided to be, not to stress out about all the other stuff that's going on. This is my Christmas time and I'm having fun. Yeah. My hands again. I decorated, to show you a little bit, elf on the shelf over here and the Christmas tree over here. Isn't it gorgeous? Let's see if I get it in for you. Or is it too bright right now? You can see it. Yeah, we're all set. Maybe from this side you see it better. I have the stockings up. Here's the tree. Outside are the light. So we are all set up. Nobody escapes Christmas in this house. Okay. Now I put you back here. Here is my advent calendar. See that one? Yeah. Okay, I put it back down to let you see what I'm doing. So we spread this out on the parchment paper. Even, so it should be evenly spread out. We have the oven at 350, I think I told you already. 350 Fahrenheit, of course. Okay, it looks pretty even to me. What do you think? So it is a sticky kind of work, so you need a little patience to get this done. But it's all worth it. It's German Lebkuchen. They're really good to coffee and tea. I really like them. Some people even put them in a sauce when they make sauerbraten, like sour roast. I don't know how you call it. I don't think you have it in the United States. And they put the Lebkuchen. They make it in the gravy when they roast the meat. It's good. I can eat it just like that. There are no eggs in it, no nothing. You see it? So we put that in the oven for 35 minutes at 350. And that's it for now. we will talk once the Lebkuchen is done. Okay, we are back. I had it in my Lebkuchen, my gingerbread, for 35 minutes. It depends on your oven. My one is a new Samsung convection, so it's pretty good. But what I do is I use a wooden stick and I put a poke in the middle of the Lebkuchen cookie sheet, and if it comes out without chocolate or without the dough on it, it's done. So if you have dough on it, you have to bake it a few more minutes. That's an easy method to test if your Lebkuchen are done. So let's get them out of the oven. Also, what I did is I melted in the microwave for about 3 minutes. These vegan chocolate chips. You took the semi-sweet, but you can take the dark ones. It's up to you, your taste. Clay will take the dark ones. Eddie and I take the semi-sweet, so semi-sweet it is. So I did that already, and I put them in the oven. The oven is off now. I put them in the oven to keep them warm. And now we get our cookie sheet out. Here it is. It's our German Lebkuchen gingerbread, German gingerbread. And I put it on this rack here because it's really hot. Get you down so that you don't miss when I burn myself. Get another pot holder. So I put it on this rack. Oops. But I take it out because it has to cool down. Before you cut it, it has to cool down completely. Telling you, don't cut it, but it is hot. But as we wanna, so I usually use chocolate glaze. You don't have to. If you wanna, so, but in my house they all like chocolate glaze, and it's what's the point? So what you can do when I do a little bit on it, a quarter of it, just use your plant milk, and right after you put it out of the oven, you put plant milk on it. That gives it that shiny look we like on the Lebkuchen. Then of course, when you do that, decorate it. So I use here imagine where the cuts will go, and put little almond heaps on it, decorate, because it will glue a little bit on the Lebkuchen once you do it right away. Okay, the rest I will do the chocolate, and I show you. I have it in the oven to keep it warm. Use those vegan morsels. Ooh, they're hot. Dude. I use those vegan morsels. As I showed you, Enjoy Life. I like those with rice milk. And I have my little thing here. So we get it out and we spread it over it before we cut it, before it's cold, before we cut it. We spread it over the Lebkuchen, the Honigkuchen, honey bread. You see that the edges are, what I do when it's cold, I cut the edges off to make them nice, and the edges are actually what is our taste objects. I put it on a plate and everybody can taste the Lebkuchen. I really, what you also can do is make a glaze from powdered sugar, lemon juice, you know, make a white glaze. That's also a good way to, but I know they all look for the chocolate ones, so I'm doing the chocolate ones. Okay, now we just let it cool. We have chocolate everywhere, so that's what they are going for. I have this silicone brush, which is really nice for this kind of stuff. So then you keep decorating, you know, or whatever you wanna you wanna do sprinkles. That's not very German, actually. What I have again is the almonds, which are always nice, you know. You just kind of ballpoint where you will cut the squares. But you know, your creativity, it's your creativity what you want to do. You can leave it even without decoration. I like those two. They're not German, but I like them. Eddie likes them. So we do some snowflakes here on the next row. Okay, what else can we do? A little too high here. I would say take another row of snowflakes. I also have sprinkles. I will leave that for other. If you look in my videos, you will find all kinds of vegan whole plant-based cookies. I made Zimtsterne, German Zimtsterne, Pfeffernüsse. So there's all kinds of stuff out there I made in the previous years. I will make some more probably before Christmas, but I also have some other stuff I want to show you. Some meals I come up with. Do whatever you think looks good. There is no limit on what you want to do. Okay. The rest I will do some more almonds. That's the traditional German one. Decorations with almonds. Natural stuff. They're not so much into sprinkles in Germany. Or nothing. I know a lot of ones they have nothing on there. So this is how we let them now cool. And when they are cool, we will, I will get back to you, cut them up and show you, okay? Okay, back one more time. I let it cool out a little and I show you what I did. So I cut the border here. That's my chocolate covered cooking taster. And I cut the border here where we didn't have chocolate on. So I can show you the texture of the Lebkuchen. It's really nice. See that? That's how a Lebkuchen should look like. And it's good. I just got off it. So I cut those. So let them cool out and they cut very nicely. I cut those without chocolate and let the chocolate, I let it cool a little bit more. Might be even putting it in the refrigerator. But see how nice they come out. Oops. See how nice they come out. Really nice. And you have German Lebkuchen, Honigkuchen, honey cake, German gingerbread. I hope you like this. Oh, I hope you like this show, Christmassy show. And let me take you again. I show you outside a little our setup. And before I go out, I know there's a lot of stuff going on, as we already said, and I'm in the same boat. You know, I have to deal with Addie's in high school, the mandates coming up on the horizon. We are in California, and I have to deal with it. I have plans, which includes anything from online school, completely homeschooling, moving away. So there's several scenarios, and if you have a plan, you are less afraid. Don't give them too much power by being afraid. As more you are afraid of them, as more power you give them. So stop being afraid. And during the holidays, if you can, step back a little bit. I'm trying that because it affects my health. My blood sugar rises when I'm getting stressed out. So I will try for me to not do that and step back during this holiday time I like so much, is Christmas time, and enjoy it, and then we deal with it when it comes, one day at a time. Every day has to be lived first, okay? So now I get you out a little bit and show you the outside setup from our house. Here is the nativity scene. And outside we have another nativity scene. Not sure if you see it. It's here. And we have our little Santa is running. And the lights are on. LED, of course. I hope you like it. And hope you have a great time. And I will see you again. Oh, I have chocolate on my chin. I will see you again at the next Tater Cowgirl cooking rodeo. Maybe with my little reindeer. Cat teenager Addie. Maybe not, I don't know. Until then, bye. And as I say in California, peace out. Bow.